everybody and welcome to a brand new series. This is Fallout 3. Yes, we know that Fallout 4 has been announced and is going to be out in November, so I thought I'd do a nice run through of Fallout 3. This is the Game of the Year edition, so what we're going to do is run through and even touch on some of the DLC packs. So I'm going to start a new game here. I have existing games on this because I played it a lot. I am, however, going to skip the opening cinematic. That is for copyright reasons. The music, well, the music they don't like you playing on YouTube Let's Plays. And now let's get born. Got to start at the beginning, haven't we? So here we go. This is us being born.
A boy or a girl?
Am I a boy or a girl? Well, let's choose now. Are we a boy or a girl? Let's be a boy.
It's a boy. A boy. We've got a son, Catherine. A beautiful, healthy baby boy.
Healthy baby boy. That's brilliant.
Oh,
That's my dad, of course, voiced.
I did it.
Voiced by Liam Neeson.
Our beautiful son.
And my mother voiced by...
Future ahead of you, son.
I'm not quite sure, actually.
Sure of it. Look at you.
But I don't think it's going to matter.
Hi there.
Hello,
Daddy,
Daddy.
little guy. Daddy.
Daddy.
You're going to need a name, aren't you?
Gonna need a
Mama and
name,
I-
yes.
What do you think about...
What do we think about player name? Well, player name's a terrible name. I think that's the best way to get picked on at school. However, I'm not going to make it much better because we will name it CuppaMatt, which is me and my gaming channel. So yes, we shall call ourselves CuppaMatt.
That's a good name, don't you think?
Nope, I do not think it's a good name, not for a child, but it's
Like
our
the
name
first
anyway.
Gene projection. Let's see what you'll look like when you're all grown up.
I do quite like this way of setting your character. This is a gene projection of what you might look like when you're older. So yeah, let's have a quick look through. I'm not going to go into too much detail here because, well, quite frankly, the Fallout 3 look system is looking a bit dated nowadays. So we'll just do something very basic. We'll set our hair to big gel, blast back, no. Buzz cut. Yeah, I do have short hair at the moment myself, so we'll set it to that. We'll go for chocolate, which is a darker brown, and we will give me some facial hair. Mine is a little bit longer than that, but not much. So we'll leave it at that. That'll do us.
You're going to look a lot like your dad. See that, Catherine?
Hey,
Oh,
I'm going to look like a lot like my dad when he was a Jedi with a beard.
snapping.
It's a big
Aww,
world out there, son. Full of all sorts of people.
there
What
are.
about you? What kind of person are you going to be? You're just...
What kind of person are you going? Oh no, wait,
James,
Catherine,
Mummy,
she's in cardiac arrest.
Mummy.
Get the baby out of here. Move, move.
I don't think Mummy's that well, guys.
Come on. Hang on, Catherine. Hang on.
But now apparently we're a time travelling baby because it's 1 year later.
Not a dead failed to meet my expectations, and there will be
Don't look straight into the light
James
now.
and his cheery chatter.
Generations,
May your future be bright.
something in this blissful field.
And now we're in
Here, son.
Vault 101,
Walk to daddy.
which is basically our nice lovely starting how to use a controller tutorial. Hello, Dad.
You can do it.
I love spamming the A button on this bit because it's the
Goodness,
cutest
just a
sound
year
effects
old
ever.
and already walking like a pro.
Yeah.
Your mother would have been so proud.
I
Listen, kiddo. I know you don't like.
think
it
my
when Dad
mummy
leaves
gone
you
and
alone.
went died.
I need you to take care of yourself for a minute.
Okay,
You just
Dad.
stay here while Daddy runs to his office. You'll be okay, pal. I'll be
I don't
back.
know how my dad thought that would ever keep me in. It's not even locked. I don't even need to do a Tommy Pickles and get a screwdriver out of my diaper. Or nappy, or whatever you call it in your part of the world. Anyway, so yes, this is a basic tutorial for how to do things, like how to move and look around, how to open things, which is quite easy. Let's see. It's saying I can press right stick to pick things up, which is quite fun. Wah! Oof. Yeah, that doesn't move quite well. But it wants me to look at your special book now, which is this thing over here, and this is how we select our starting stats. So we've got strength, which is... It's got to do with how hard we hit people in melee, and as well as how much we can carry. Perception, so the higher your perception, the further away you'll see blips on the radar and things like that. Endurance, that's to do with our health. Charisma is how good we are at talking to people, so you end up getting better speech skill checks and things like that if you've got higher charisma. Intelligence is just what it says on the tin, really. You get a lot more skill points per level if you have a higher intelligence as well. A is for agility. With agility you get more points in VATs every level, I believe. And other such things. It's good for sneak as well, I think. L for luck, and yeah, luck's got to do with a lot of things like... I think it's got to do with what you get from opening up like loot crates and things like that, and a few other bits and bobs. And then we've got the great big review. So I'm going to put my points into... I'll put one in strength at least, just because that ups our carry weight a little bit. Definitely want one in charisma and one in perception. At least one in agility. Then yeah, I'm going to go for quite a broad character at the moment, because we are going to go for some of the things that increase these points. You can increase all of these by at least one by collecting bobbleheads throughout the game. And then there are other ways of increasing them. There are perks at some of the levels that you can get, that you can put extra points into these, and we're going to be getting those perks, I think. So we'll leave that at that for the moment. So that's completed. Look at my special book. Now I think it's going to teach me how to jump, if I remember rightly. You're going to teach me how to jump? Yay, push Y. Hey. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab Teddy. And then, wow. Wow, apparently we're breaking physics. Look at that.
You are quite...
Oh, no, that's brilliant. Let's do this over here.
Aren't you? Serves me right for trying to pin you in. Come on over here.
Wow.
See that? It was your mother's favorite passage.
Now this is my mother's favourite passage. No, this is a
Revelation
Teddy.
21:6. I am Alpha and Omega.
Am I hiding? Am I hiding?
The
Boo!
end. I will give unto him that is the first of the fountain of the water of life.
Where's Teddy?
He always
Boo! My dad's actually telling me something really important here. This is a Bible passage that will end up being really important at the end of the game. But, crikey Moses, he mentions it enough throughout the game so that you will never ever forget it. And Teddy! Right, okay, we will take Teddy and we'll follow Dad, because I think that's what we're meant to do. Space Teddy. Ooh, crikey, I think I launched Teddy. Crikey, that was amazing! Alright, so we'll take Teddy and we'll go with Dad. So I believe what's going to happen when we follow Dad is we're going to go into time travel mode again. So... as soon as we walk around this corner, it's time for the wibbly music. Wibbly, wibbly, wibbly. Wibbly, wibbly, wibbly. 9 years later. Which means I think we're 10-year-old, and... it's my birthday!
You blinded the poor kid.
Hehehe.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, me.
He is growing up so fast.
I know, it's been like 2
Happy
minutes.
birthday, pal. I can't believe you're already 10.
10
I'm
years
so
old.
Proud of you. If only your mother.
Congratulations, young man. I don't have to tell you how special this day is, do I? Down here in Vault 101, when you turn 10, well, you're ready to take on your first official Vault responsibilities.
Oh,
So here you are.
so basically, as soon as you turn 10 in Vault 101, you get to be a nice, lovely worker. None of this going to school malarkey, none of this getting a decent education and going to university. No, work. You're 10, you can scrub toilets like the rest of everybody.
Enjoy your party. You're only 10 once.
How
so
indeed.
have fun.
Well, once per playthrough anyway. So, this is
Happy
Fallout 3.
birthday.
Ooh,
We
this is
really
a matter.
surprised you, didn't we?
We did.
Your dad was afraid you were onto us. But I told him not to worry. You're so easy to fool.
Such a backhanded compliment. Oh, you didn't fool me. I put, nah, let's be nice. Great party, Marta. Thanks for doing this for me.
You're welcome. But really, your dad did most of it. I just help with the decorations and stuff.
Oh, bless you.
Hey, I bet you can't guess what I got you for your birthday. Go on, guess.
Is it something that was already in the vault because you can't get anything from outside? I really have no idea.
Ha! I knew I'd surprise you. Who's your favorite barbarian?
Grognak.
That's right, Grognak.
Grognak!
14, and with no missing pages.
That's awesome.
I found this in a box of my father's old things. Believe it or not. Imagine him reading comic books. I guess everybody was 10 once. Well, I better let you get back to mingling with your guests. We'll talk later, okay? Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to me. Grognak the Barbarian. I do love the idea of, because it's a sealed vault and nobody gets anything from the outside. I think it's been sealed for around 200 years. These comics are around at least 200 years old. That's crazy. They're going to be in terrible condition. And I'm pretty sure you'll have read them all about 14,000 times by now. But anyway, let's take a look at our comic book. Let's bring our Pip-Boy up. And if we go through to our items, and then I think the comic's going to come in aid. Because what Grognak the Barbarian actually is, it's a skill book. So if we read it, we should get increased. I think it's melee damage. Yes, melee weapons increased by 1. So there are all sorts of magazines and books and things like that throughout the world that will increase our stats. Right, let's talk to a few people. I don't think we can talk to Officer Gomez. Nope.
Happy birthday, Sonny.
Nope, he just says happy birthday, Sonny. But there are a few people we can talk to. We can talk to the Overseer, but I'm not going to, because he's a dick. I will speak to old Lady Palmer, though. She's sweet.
Are you having a nice party?
I am.
10 years old. My. Seems like only yesterday that your daddy came.
My daddy came?
Goodness, listen to me ramble. You're
That's very
waiting
important,
for your
later.
present, aren't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Such a nice, polite young man you are. Don't ever lose your gift to speaking your mind so directly.
Aw.
We could use more of that.
In that case, if you want me to be direct, you're
Here you
very
go.
old and very
A
wrinkly,
nice
madam.
sweet roll that I baked
But you
for
look all right
just
with it.
this morning, and it's all for you.
A sweet
You're
roll?
the birthday boy. No sharing required today.
No sharing for me. No sharing for me. Now, something... Ooh, cut the cake? Right, okay. Never mind what I was about to say. Let's cut the cake. Ah! Andy! How was my cake?
No.
How's it going?
Mortified
Have you seen what Andy's done to my cake?
mortified.
Oh, you should be. Wow, I'm going to steal some party hats. Actually, let's... Oh, because we can see ourselves from the back if we press our left bumper button. Let's...
I'm hungry, and that stupid robot destroyed the cake.
Alright, Butch.
Give me that sweet roll you got from old lady Palmer.
Nuh-uh. This is Butch. Butch is... Well, Butch is a dick. So Butch wants our sweet roll, so what we're going to say... We're going to say... Actually, no. Mrs. Palmer said I did not have to share since it's my birthday.
Mrs. Palmer said I didn't have to share. Who's talking about sharing, moron? I want the whole thing. Now, are you gonna give me that sweet roll, or am I gonna have to give you a knuckle sandwich?
Gonna give your face a knuckle sandwich. I tell you what. Sure, Butch. There you go.
Ugh, I don't want your nerd cooties. You're gonna be sorry you did that.
Yeah.
See how tough you are later when the grown-ups aren't around.
Bring it.
Sorry about
Come
Butch.
on, Wally.
Your
You
dad
always
said
have
we had
good
to
ideas.
invite him.
Yeah, we don't like Butch.
Dad,
But anyway, what I was about to do is I was going to put my birthday hat on. Let's see if I can do that. Let's go into a Prayer Kids Party hat.
I know you were
There we go.
but I'm not
Oh,
saying
nice.
For me. No way.
Right, let's speak to a few other people. We're not going to speak to Butch because he's an idiot. We'll go around and speak to Stanley.
How do you like that Pip-Boy, son?
That
Did
was
all right
good.
and everything?
It does. I hope it fits as well as the one that I'm going to be getting when I after I've pre-ordered Fallout 4. Yeah, it's really cool. Did you fix it up for me?
As a matter of fact, I did. I'm glad you like it.
Hey.
Some may think the A series is a bit basic, but I've always preferred them for their reliability.
Thanks, Stanley.
Don't mention it. Oh, yes, I almost forgot. Happy birthday. Not much, but I hope you like it.
Ooh, what did we get? A kid's baseball cap. Ooh, let's use our first lesson in comparing stuffs. So if we go into our Pip-Boy, have a look at Prail. So right, okay, so we've got on our kids party hat at the moment, which is damage reduction 5, and the kids baseball cap is damage reduction 1. So it's not much for damage reduction, but it does give us +5 in melee weapons. Doesn't really matter much now, but there we go. We've got a baseball. Wow, that's way too big for me. That's terrible. But anyway, we'll leave that on.
Butch is such an idiot. Just ignore him.
No, don't worry, I normally do. Don't worry about me, I'm not scared of him.
I know. He thinks he's so tough. One of these days, we'll figure out a way to get him back, okay?
Hell yeah. Oh, don't worry, we will. So, essentially, our dad's going to go over, I think, and answer the beeping comm now, and we'll get into the next little bit of the tutorial downstairs. So, what we're going to do for these episodes, normally I think, is we're going to aim for around 20 minutes per episode, but seeing as this is the first episode, I want to try and get past all the first little bits of the game and get back into the game proper. So...
That was Jonas on the intercom.
Jonas?
He and I have been cooking up a little surprise present.
Oh, I bet you
Jonas
have.
is waiting for you downstairs on the reactor level.
Brilliant.
Go ahead. I don't think anyone will mind if you slip out for a few minutes.
Right, let's do that. But yeah, as I say, we'll I think we'll get through the bulk of the tutorial stuff now, but we'll get to the second half of... Oh, hold on a second.
Happy birthday, dearie. My goodness, I hope I didn't miss the party.
No, you didn't. You just interrupted me while I was talking to the nice people in YouTube land. Yeah, my dad and Marta threw me a great party, didn't they?
They sure did.
I do love this lady, actually.
My, 10 years old already?
Yeah.
Why, I can remember helping your dad change your diapers. And now look at you, a great big grown-up 10-year-old with your very own Pip-Boy.
Gotta love a Pip-Boy.
Since this was such a special occasion, do you know what I did?
No.
I wrote you a poem.
A poem?
Just for you. I hope you like it.
Oh, I'm sure we're gonna, don't worry. Thank you, I'm gonna treasure it always. Is that all?
Of course. Run along now, dearie, and have yourself a wonderful birthday.
I will. Thank you. Now, the first time I did this quest, back in the day of getting Fallout 3, I think I got it when it was released, more or less. I thought that was absolutely just meh, just a little bit of adding some, another character into the mix, and I thought, okay, that's a nice bit of dialogue, let's move along. But then, then I realised that I can open up my Pip-Boy, I can go into data and into notes, and you can read the poem. Shall we read the poem together? Ladies and gentlemen. Grey walls, impenetrable steel, suffocation, condemnation, little hands groping in subterranean uncertainty. Mummy, Daddy, am I dead? Nay, nay, reborn into purifying fluorescence. A face emerges, strong and male. Father to me, Father to all, overseeing our lives, our eternities. Harshness of discipline, harshness of love, obedience, my saviour. Oh, lava to pupa, pupa to worker, buzz, buzz, one with the steel honeycomb. 10 lives within the 101, significant at last, till grey seeps from walls to hair to soul, then eternal slumber, the sweet sleep of incineration. Absolutely bat crap crazy. Absolutely love it. I wet myself laughing the first time I heard that. It was brilliant. That woman is absolutely off her rocker, but in a very good way. So yes, I'm going to say the next bit really quickly because I hate going back to it after we get interrupted. But yes, 20 minutes episodes normally. We're almost at that now, but for this we're just going to just get past this next bit first.
What are you doing down here, young man? I thought kids weren't allowed down on the reactor level.
No, I'm not a kid. I'm 10 entire years old.
You sure are. Pip-Boy and everything. Look at that.
Yeah.
If you can wait just one more minute, I think your dad will want to give you the surprise himself.
Oh, cool. Now my least favourite part. Waiting for NPCs. NPCs walk slowly. Actually, we yammered a lot, so he's here already. What kind of surprise?
The Overseer gave you your Pip-Boy, and you're old enough to do some work, so I figure you're old enough for this.
Is it beer?
Your own BB gun.
BB gun?
It's a little old, but it should work perfectly.
Nice.
Jonas found it down here. It was in pretty rough shape. Took us a good 3 months to find the parts to get it working again. You know how tough it is to find a spring that small? Good thing Butch misplaced that switchblade of his.
I do love that line.
Want to give it a try?
basically your dad is meant to be, you know, the paragon of all that is good and right in the wasteland. If there was ever a good path in life, it would be your dad that would be taking it. And even he thinks that Butch is a dick. Yay, here. We can't shoot a gun here.
We sure can't, unless we want the overseer beating down our door. Jonas and I have found a place, though. Come on.
Cool. Right. So I think we're going to go through to a little abandoned tunnel bit now. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. I think we've already equipped it.
Think? You can come down here and shoot anytime you want.
Brilliant. Oh, so great, Dad. Thanks.
Couldn't have done it without Jonas's help. You make sure to thank him.
You know, normally I just go shoot, but let's actually thank him this time. I don't know if there's any interesting dialogue.
Happy birthday, buddy. I hope you have fun with it.
Aw, thanks. Can you get me a BB gun? It's kind of lame. I guess so. I'm just not into shooting. Oh, let's thank him. He tried hard for us, bless him. Thanks a lot, Jonas. It's really cool.
Hey, you don't turn 10 every day. Now go on and let me see you shoot something.
Okay, he wants to see me shoot something. I think I've already got it equipped, so if I... Yep, there we go. If I bring that up, we can go... Let's see. We'll go twang. Twang. Twang.
Rad roach. Think you can take care of that with your BB gun?
Rad roach, yeah, we can do that. Shoot it in the bum. I said shoot it in the bum. There we go. Shoot it in... Oh, where are you going? Shoot you in the face. Well, almost in the face. That was in the leg. In the face. There we go. Where I win.
Good work. That's one less rad roach to deal with. Let's get a picture together. Capture the moment. Hey, Jonas, get a picture of me with a big game hunter.
Here we go.
Smile.
And this is a magic camera. It has the power of time travel. It's now 6 years later. I am 16 years old. And we all know what happens at 16 when you're in the vault. It's time for the goat.
Beginning and the end. As far as I can tell, you're a perfectly healthy 16-year-old boy.
If you didn't notice in the little time travel-y segment there, that
Go on now.
flipping Bible passage was being repeated again and again. Oh, if you say so, Dad.
Hey, it's not my call. Those are the rules.
They are indeed.
You're 16 now, so this year you take the goat. Come on, it's not so bad. Everyone has to take it. You'll do just fine.
Oh, but I'm really sick, honestly.
No, you are not. Really. When I started studying medicine, one of the first things I learned was how to spot a kid playing sick to get out of taking a test.
Damn it.
You'll do fine. It's not so bad. Everyone has to take it when they're 16. I had to, you have to, and so does everyone else.
Fine.
And most everyone makes it through without a scratch.
Okay then. Bye, Dad.
Take care, son. Now get out of here, and good luck.
So, we're going to go take the goat now, but before we do that, I'm actually going to quickly grab this on the desk here. This is the first of the Vault Tech bobbleheads. Not only are they awesome and bobbly and really collectible, but there's only one of each in the game, and there are some of them that you can miss. This is one of the ones that you can miss. You either have to get it now or when doing a quest later on in the game, and if you don't get it one of those 2 times, then tough. So we're going to get this. And we shall read the inscription. The smart man knows a bandage only hides his wounds. Our medicine skill has been permanently increased by 10 points. So that's good, we've got that. We don't need to worry about that anymore. And we're going to go out and through. Hey, Jonas.
Good morning. Stopped in to see the old man before class, eh?
Oh, yeah. So the goat is essentially a test with some funny questions and funny answers to determine what our starting higher skills are. So we'll go and do that, but before we do that...
Tunnel snake, Amata.
That's rude, Butch.
Why don't you just leave me alone?
Yeah, why don't you?
Hey, look. It's Smart Mouth. Afraid I ain't got time for your fancy words right now. So beat it.
What's going on here?
None of your business, kid. Get out of here before you get hurt. If you mess with the tunnel snakes, you're asking for it. Got me?
The tunnel snakes? Oh, gosh. I mean, just leave her alone, or you'll answer to me.
And who are you? Her boyfriend? Ha! Keep talking like that, boy, and we'll send you back to your daddy with a few broken bones for him to fix.
Oh, that's it, Butch. You and me, right now.
You've got to be kidding me.
Nuh-uh.
Come on, tunnel snakes. This twerp needs another lesson. She thinks
Butch,
she's...
stop it! Leave him alone!
Now,
Get him, guys!
I'm going to beat him here. I don't know if you can hear the, my browser did a Facebook notification in the background there. If that did come up on the recording, I promise I will fix it for next episode.
Whatever you say, Butch. You're the boss. Tunnel snakes rule.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's go.
You better keep walking. You okay, Amata?
Thanks for getting rid of them. Assholes.
Yeah.
I don't know why they won't leave me alone. Just because my father's the overseer, I guess? Idiots.
To be fair, your father's a dick. Anyway, let's go into the goat.
Well, you made it. All set for the goat?
Yeah.
Trust me, it really isn't that bad. Just something everybody has to go through.
So we can change our answers at the end of the go. Well, not the answers. We can actually change what skills it affects. So what we're going to do is I'm going to let you listen to all the goats and all the goat questions rather, and then we're going to pick the funniest answer on each one. I think.
I'm sure you will, especially since it's multiple choice with no wrong answers. We'll start as soon as everyone's found a seat. Good luck.
Right. So let's try and get to the front so we can get a seat while we can see in here. So here we go.
Well, now that everyone has managed to find the classroom, we can finally get started. No talking, and keep your eyes to yourselves. Yes, I'm talking to you, Mr. Deloria.
Sure thing, Mr. Brotch.
Unless anyone else has an insightful comment, let's get started. Question 1. A frenzied vault scientist runs up to you and yells, "I'm going to put my quantum harmonizer in your photonic resonation chamber." What's your response?
Oh, crikey. But Doctor, wouldn't that cause a parabolic destabilization in the fusion singularity?
Question 2. While working as an intern in the clinic, a patient with a strange infection in his foot stumbles through the door. The infection is spreading at an alarming rate, but the doctor stepped out for a while. What do you do?
Well, I think we will restrain the patient and merely observe as the infection spreads.
Question 3. You discover a young boy lost in the lower levels of the vault. He's hungry and frightened, but also appears to be in possession of stolen property. What do you do?
We will pickpocket the boy and take the stolen property for ourselves, and then we'll leave him to his fate.
Question 4. Congratulations. You've made one of the Vault 101 baseball teams.
Nice.
Which position do you prefer?
Actually none. We do prefer the Vault had a soccer team. Well, actually, said that. We prefer the Vault had a football team, but by football we do mean what you guys mean when you say soccer. Yeah. So we wish the Vault had a football team, guys.
Question 5. Your grandmother invites you to tea, but you're
Hey,
surprised
Granny.
when she gives you a pistol and orders you to kill another Vault resident.
What?
What do you do?
We asked Granny for a minigun instead. After all, we don't want to miss.
Question 6. Old Mr. Abernathy has locked himself in his quarters again, and you've been ordered to get him out. How do you proceed?
Let's trade the Vault hoodlum, who I'm pretty sure is Butch, for his cherry bomb. Then we'll blow the door open.
Question 7. Oh no, you've been exposed to radiation.
Oh no!
And a mutated hand has grown out of your stomach. What's the best course of treatment?
This always made me really sad. There isn't an option for, I have a cool hand. I keep it. So let's instead say large doses of an anti-mutagen agent. Why not?
Question 8. A fellow Vault 101 resident is in possession of a Grognak the Barbarian comic book, issue number 1. You want it. What's the best way to obtain it?
That would be to slip some knockout drops into the resident's Nuka-Cola and take the comic book while he's unconscious.
Question 9. You decide it would be fun to play a prank on your father. You enter his private restroom when no one is looking, and...
Let's do the manipulate the power wattage on his razor so he'll get an electric shock. Basically, we're going to turn his razor to a taser.
Question 10. Who is indisputably the most important person involved?
Difficult question here, guys.
He who shelters us from the harshness of the atomic wasteland.
It's really hard.
And to whom we owe everything we have, including our lives.
Now this is really difficult because I really want to say the Overseer. But if I say the Overseer, I know a lot of you are going to say that, oh, I'm picking the easy goody two shoes route too much, and I should really think, and then maybe we should pick the Overseer. But if I picked the Overseer, then I'd be way too much of a dick. So instead, I'm going to play it safe and pick, well, the Overseer.
Pencils down, people. That's it. Infamous goat. I'm sure most of you didn't find it so bad. Others, well,
let's
there are
flick
always
back to first
openings in the
person.
maintenance department. Don't forget to hand in your test before you leave. You don't want to know what happens to people who fail the goat. You can have the rest of the day off.
So basically, if we get up and if we give our test to the teacher, let's do this quickly. Oh no, where is he? Come on.
Well, well. Pip-Boy programmer.
Nice.
Stanley will finally have someone to talk shop with.
Wow, that's what I've always wanted to be. My dreams are finally coming true.
Yes, it's refreshing to see such youthful enthusiasm.
I get the impression not many people are
that the goat occasionally gets
enthusiastic about the goat.
You know what they say about monkeys and typewriters. Well, I'm glad things turned out so well for you. I hope your classmates find their results half as satisfying.
So this is where we basically get to change the skills we're given. So these are our tag skills. So all that means is each tagged skill starts off with 15 extra points in it. They're out of 100 and they help us with various skills. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to distribute these in such a way that will help us with some of the early quests in the game. As such, we're going to put it into explosives because we're going to need that quite early on. I'm going to put it into lockpick because that's stupid useful for getting into things, and similar I'm going to put it into science because that's stupid useful for getting into for hacking into terminals. So we're going to leave that. We could put it into repair because there is a quest in one of the early parts of the game that you can use that for, but it's a quest that we can leave till later on, so we're going to leave it at that. Everything else we can increase as we go through the game. We've got the Broken Steel DLC, so our what I'm thinking of, level cap. Our level cap is actually up to 30 levels now, so I think we'll find that we will end up maxing out most of these skills anyway. It's just the order that we do them in, so I'm going to accept that. And I'm going to leave the classroom, and leaving the classroom will, I believe, fast forward us in time again, which will start the next bit of the game. So I'm going to end this episode here. We're at about 34 minutes, which is not too bad for a starting episode. As I say, normally they'll rock in at around 20. So for now, I shall see you later, and I shall see you next time. Cheers, guys.